السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم مستر ديل من قناة مستر ديل جيمز. رجعنا لكم في مقطع جديد وحلقة جديدة من هيتمان 3 الحلقة الثانية. اليوم مثل ما شفتوا أمس لعبنا أو نزل اليوم نزلت حلقة دبي، وإن شاء الله استمتعتوا فيها. واليوم راح نكمل مهماتنا وإن شاء الله يعجبكم المقطع، فلا تنسوا معنا بزر اللايك واشتراك معنا بهذا القناة والنشر، ويلا نبدأ. بسم الله.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlisle family's home for countless generations.
نعم.
The Revenant Alexa Carlisle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlisle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlisle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
طيب. Death to family. لازم اروح. هذا محقق اللي لازم استحل شخصيته.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlisle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlisle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlisle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Good.
A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlisle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlisle.
حلو. لازم اخذ محل المحقق ذا. المحقق ذا رايح، لازم اذبحه واخذ محله. لو اخذت محله سهلت الامور اللي قدر ادخل، لاني محقق. هم طالبين محقق عشان في شيء جريمة قتل صاير على كلامه، فنبغى نشوف. تعال هنا يا محقق.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlisle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral and then she turns up alive.
I need a cup of tea, like, right now.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary.
أنا ضيعته. ضيعني ضيعته.
You know, all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't know.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me. Said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was gonna read into them and freak out. Say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
حلوين. حلو. حلوين ما في حد شاك زبط.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good.
Hello.
Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
يلا خلنا نبدأ. الله يستر لا تضغط مربع بالغلط ويخرب كل شيء. يلا امشي وراه. امشي يا بابا.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
يقول لي لا تعلم أحد أو تجيك عواقب إذا علمت اللي برا والصحف إن شو اسمه الأميرة أو شو اسمه مسكروان هذه اللي عندنا اللي أنا قابلتها قبل شوي إنها حية. لا تعلم أحد تقول لي إنها ميتة. قلت أنا سأحرص على ذلك. أنا راح أذبحها. مادام كارلايل هذه طالع عند العالم إنها ميتة لكن في الحقيقة هي حية. أنا راح أذبحها. أكد الخبر للصحف. حلو حلو. نروح.
A locked room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
لا معليش. عند الموضوع.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
أبشري. الحين نستخدم الكاميرا.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed her. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
في هنا.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
فهمنا. طيب. اوه تراقب لك ناس من برا. كان يراقب له ناس القاتل جاء من هنا وسممه روح طلع من هنا باب السري عشان الناس يشوفون انه يحسبون انه انتحر. يقول ما في احد دخل. احنا واقفين برا يقولون حراس ما درى ان راقب كل شيء الوصف.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the
والله جد حلو
secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
والله جد.
I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
جد ترى. راح للباترا. ولا وقف. سالهم زعلانين فيهم.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
That means the staff were off duty.
Maybe that's where it is.
And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning.
When you couldn't find her at the graveyard.
That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, No, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death.
حلو.
Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters.
يعطيني لستة
Hopefully
ناس
that will help
مشتبهين
you keep
فيهم.
track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
حلو.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47?
Very well.
Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe.
I will.
May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
About me.
Creepy old git.
Patrick Carlyle,
اي خليني اسأل.
can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
نعم وين كنت؟
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding, so customary in itself. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
ممكن أقول لقيته. مساك الله بالخير. نبي نسألك أسئلة.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle. But who could blame him?
هذا مرتبك.
Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate...
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show.
يعني
Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us.
يقول أمي شو اسمه زيفت موتها. يقول أمي زيفت موتها. فهذا شيء غلط. ولا زالت حاكمة ماسكة كلام مكانها ترى. هذا غلط. خلينا نروح نسأل هذه اللي كانت زعلانة. والمفروض حنا ماسكين
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
طيب 3 شكرا. الحين نروح لا نصورها.
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
يلا خان الله يا الصورة.
It works. I'm ready for the shoot.
Perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
حلو. كلم العائلة كلها عشان ينزلون يعني.
Excellent, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way down for the family photo shoot. Let's see if any memorable moments will play out in front of the camera.
حلوين ننتظرها. بسرعة أنا بنصور.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. أنا مصور الشهير الفوتوغرافي مستر ديل 47. هلا مو الزمان اللي حققت معك قبل شوي. العائلة الشئيمة أغنياء وفيهم طمع غير طبيعي.
You've always been immune to her. How do you do it?
I'm the youngest. Guess I just flew under the radar when it came to her attention.
هذه أصور وحدة فيهم.
I don't think so. She really respects you.
If you just stopped craving her approval. You're nearly 50, Edward.
I know. I'm such a loser.
But you're not.
Just in front of the fountain.
You're a professor, you're artistic, you've got your music. I mean, that's really something.
It's not exactly expanding the Carlyle Empire, though. But thanks.
I expect you to be efficient. I have a lot to see to today.
I'll do my best.
نعم يلا هذه اللي مزيفة موتها. بسرعة لا ذبحتن.
Listen, everyone. I understand that you have a lot of questions. Please be patient for a little longer. I will address you in the sitting room afterwards. Right, get in position. Let's get this over with.
يلا كلنا ياخذ موقع عشان اصوركم يلا. انا مصور محترف يا اخي. صورت لي اكثر من 49.
Shut up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine, Rebecca.
Fine? You look like a nose wreck.
Stop bickering.
Well, Mother, you certainly know how to lighten the mood.
Will be enough. No need to spend the entire day here. Please, everybody, go to the sitting room. I need to speak to you all. I want to stress that I expect absolute discretion about everything.
Would you like some help
today.
writing the eulogy
No
for
one
tomorrow?
will ever know I
can
was
draw
here.
something up in 15 minutes.
Are you coming, Mummy?
I can't.
I just need some fresh air.
I must do it on my own.
I'll be in shortly. You
Your
go
mother
in.
think if she knew I had help.
Oh my God, I'll never understand the two of you. Gregory is going out of his way to shock Mother with his laziness and neglect, and you self-destruct in your attempt to please her. She's equally hard on the two of you, don't you see? Some sense into you, all of you.
طبعا هنا بعد ما عرفت وين اماكنهم خل نروح.
Zachary's sudden death is a great tragedy, but also a great inconvenience, as it happened just now. I'm dealing with the situation in a discreet and efficient way, and I expect your cooperation in all related matters. Secondly, the arranged funeral event tomorrow will take place as planned. No one can know that I am still alive. I expect you all to act your part. Last, as you all know, I have a lot on my plate and need to focus on sorting everything out, so please do not disturb me with your petty concerns. You are all adults, and as part of the elite, you will eventually have to deal with difficult situations like this.
Okay.
It comes late for most of you, but this is a chance for you to show what you are made of. That will be all.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I.
Bag's got style.
I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see.
This is your chance.
Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange.
Emma, شكلها.
You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Edward. Okay. والله قالت كلام جامد.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
My perfect mother. Who would have thought? You fucked up, didn't you? Staging your own death? A major, grandiose cock-up, I'd say.
Be quiet, Gregory.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide.
كذا ما فيهم شيء.
Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, mother, and the staff were all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. It's not...
طيب هذا وهذا طلعوا منها. بقيت 3 ذولي. 1 2 3 4.
Exactly expanding the Carlisle Empire, though. But thanks. That does help a little. Delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. Well, I was safe with Ethel. She never...
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to.
No, Mr. Fernsby.
When he looks at you, it makes you feel like a few steps away from me, please. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
All things do eventually come to an end.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlisle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Outside. Will everything be ready for the funeral event tomorrow?
I would say so, Mr. Fernsby.
Having a baby.
هذا حق الخدم.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlisle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlisle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlisle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
يلا مشينا. ما درى. عرفت من هو القاتل وانا ماني محقق اصلا، بس تنكرت اني انا كاني محقق، لان ذبحت محققكم لا تفتحون الدولاب تلقونه ميت. يا والله العائلة الوسخة دي، كل واحد يبغى يقتل الثاني عشان طمع السلطة. هذه لا جتك فلوس كثير الحمد لله. فقير تعيشون مع بعض تساندون بعض، أو عائلة متوسطة يساندون بعض، أفضل من عائلة غنية وعيالها تحاول تاكل بعض. يا أبو الشباب مستعجل أنت. نحن عرفنا قاتل من هو الآن، الآدمي ذا قدامه.
هاي
يلا يلا والله بيت فخم يا ولد، قصر فخم. الله ترزقنا.
This is Madame Carlisle's office. Please step inside.
Just keep calm.
أكبر من بيتي يا ولد. يا ولد أكبر من فاين. وين هي الخبلة حقتكم؟ شوف كيف جالسة. ممكن تفكنا. أنا أبغى أقتلها.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Good.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion.
Yep.
Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago.
Damn.
The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You were wrong, Mr. Whitmer.
يقول أنت خاطئ.
He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I'll send you an invoice.
Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. I trust you'll see yourself out.
لا كذا خلك كذا. هذا الجنازة. هو جوا الجنازة الآن. نبي هذا الشيء.
Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madam Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I...
Madam Carlyle is still going ahead with her staged funeral tomorrow, and she wants to inspect the arrangements. How about...
Just wait here till he says he's ready for Madam.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I need to know if you signed some sort of non-disclosure agreement. I mean, how does Madame Carlyle make absolutely sure you and your little friend don't go running your mouth off at the local pub tonight?
No fun crosses Madame Carlyle. You can be sure of that.
Finally, the birds are gone. Just run through everything before calling Madame Carlyle down.
حلوين. الحين حطيت نفسي اني كني كاهن مدري شو اسمه ذولي حقين المقابر، الشيخ حقهم يعني، هذا اني اجي اسولف مع حاجيته.
I am ready to show Madame Carlyle the funeral arrangements.
You got rid of the birds?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll let her know.
تطير خلاص
Well,
خلصنا.
I suppose the grim disposition is understandable.
Mr. Parsons is ready to see Madame Carlyle.
نعم. خلنا ننتظر أن يجون. جنازتها مسوين جنازة لا.
I wonder how she will like her final resting ground.
Mr. Parsons, I don't like to be kept waiting. I trust we can be efficient now I'm here.
I can be very efficient, Madame Carlyle.
ناوي يذبحها هنا. حطها هنا.
What's that picture of me doing here? What an awful idea. I want it removed before the ceremony tomorrow. I must say I don't care much for the choice of flowers either. I need a moment to consider what I want. What's that podium? I find that having family members do the eulogy is more often than not a toe-cringing affair. I've never understood the need to publicly display grief. A person died. Most natural thing in the world. No need to make an emotional spectacle of it. I hope you haven't planned for one of those.
No. I prefer to keep it simple.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Let go of the body. Understood. Hands over your head.
Nice and slow, buddy. Hands...
اني ادفنه. البنت مزيفة موتها وانا حققت لها تزييف موتها، حققت حلم.
Peculiar icons above the safe. I wonder if they might be some sort of a code. Maybe have a look around the office, 47.
7-5 هالمرة. حلوين. بعد معاناة أخيرا جبناها. خلاص الحين.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
رام صوتها كذا راح. نم صوتها كذا راح. اختفى صوتها فجأة.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out. It's the Constantine. Shit.
اوه في داعش هنا. اهرب اهرب. خوياتنا صار فيها شيء. اللي يتكلم معي صار فيها شيء. هج. من هنا يا لها من لعبة. مهمة أسطورية.
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do.
وش صار عليه؟ يا صار هجوم شكل عليه. هذه خويتنا وش صار عليه؟
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
اوه دخل عليها. لا يكون يذبحها. خوينا لا يكون مات. والله صادوه الرئيس.
Boss wants you alive. Yeah? How about now?
اوه مات.
Over here. Cover me.
مات. هذا هو متنكر.
Walk away.
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
يقول لي هج. يود ما يمديه. عالم عليه. قل لا تفعل.
Tell the Constant to start running.
ذبح نفسه. كنت بذبحه لكن هو انقذني.
47 is out there, and 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood.
طيب.
That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
يا الله. شوف صديقي مات قدام عيني. انت.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight.
كلمته بس هي شكلها ما ترد.
We're all that's left now.